Are you wanting to grade cards with PSA but don't know how? I'm going to show you how to do a PSA submission using the PSA app. Let's get started. First things first, you're going to have to get your cards prepped and ready to send into PSA. PSA requires that you submit your cards first loaded in a penny sleeve and then a semi-rigid card holder. From there, the next step is you have to download the app onto your phone. So whether or not you have an iPhone or an Android, doesn't matter. Open up your app store, type in PSA card, and it'll pop up. From there, you have to create an account. So go ahead and open up the PSA app and create your account. It'll prompt you to enter an email, and from there, your first, last name, and a few other details. Click submit and boom, you're in. Side note, before you start your submission, you do have the option of becoming a PSA Collectors Club member. PSA has two options available. The two membership options are the standard membership, which is $149 a year, and the premium membership, which is $199 a year. Note, you actually don't have to be a Collectors Club member to submit cards to PSA, but if you're going to be someone that has a ton of cards to enter, or you want to enter them quite often, I highly recommend it because they have monthly specials and they give you discounts on multiple cards. Now that you got your cards together, it's time to scan the cards for grading. These are the 6 cards that I'm going to be grading today. I've gone ahead and entered 4 of them into the app already, just for time's sake, but I will be using 2 of these as an example for this video, just to show you the step-by-step how to do it in the app. Okay, so I've got my 2 cards here that I'm going to be entering today. We have an Upper Deck Macklin Celebrating Star Rookies and the 2024 Topps Chrome Jackson Holiday Auto Purple Refractor out of 250. Once you've logged into your account on the app, your home screen should look a lot like this, minus the in-progress orders. You have a few different options when it comes to scanning the cards to submit. On this home screen, if you can see on the bottom, highlighted in white, scan a card, you can either click on that, or underneath the grading tab, you can click scan to grade. We're just going to go ahead and click back on the home and scan a card. So I have one of my 2 cards here, my Jackson Holiday Purple Auto Refractor. So you're going to take a picture of the front of the card. I like to get as close as I can. And then we will take a picture of the back. And it should pull up, and boom, there it is on the very top. There's that 2024 Topps Chrome Holiday Purple Refractor. So we go ahead and click on that. And it's kind of cool, PSA actually shows you currently the different levels as far as grades go and what their price points are. So you could look forward to what you may make if you end up selling these cards. So since we've found the one that we like, we're going to go ahead and click the grade button on the bottom, highlighted in white. And then we're going to click on the scan another item because I do have one more. All right. Now we have our 2024-25 Macklin Celebrating Star Rookie. So we're going to click on the front. And then take a picture of the back. Now you may run into this. This card is newer, and so it actually doesn't show up in PSA's database, but not to fret. You can go ahead and click towards the bottom here. It says can't find a card you want to grade, add manually. So here you're going to go ahead and do your best to describe or write down what is on the actual physical card. So this is not number 451, but it's a number 13. And it's not an exclusive, but it's Star Rookies. And just know that when you enter something manually, it's not super important to get that right, because PSA does have folks on staff that when they receive your cards, they go through a great deal of researching them to make sure that they're grading the right ones. So go ahead and click that white add item button. Boom. Okay, we're good. So now we can click out of that. And then we can go ahead and on the very top right, click our cart. And boom, we've got our 6 items like I alluded to before. I've already entered in 4 of them to save some time. We have our 6. Now we're going to go ahead and click on the proceed to review, highlighted in white on the bottom here. And now you have the option of choosing the different service levels. And because that Macklin Celebrini I had to enter in manually, it's showing that it's a 1979 to older card because it doesn't know the year. So we have to go ahead and adjust that from 1980 to present. Save. Okay, and then the rest of the cards should all fall under that category. Now I'm doing the 45-day turnaround just because I'm in no hurry to get these cards back. But if you click on here, you do have the option of getting back cards quicker, but paying a little more. Now, one other thing that you do have to note about selecting the service level is the max insured value. Now, that can get a little tricky, but the simple way to explain it is like this. Let's take that Macklin Celebrini card, for instance. And let's just say that at a PSA 10, it's worth $500. Well, we are covered underneath that max insured value of $500. But let's just say, for example, that Macklin Celebrini card at a PSA 10 was worth $2,000. Well, you're going to have to go ahead and move yourself up all the way to that $59.99 per item. I know it's a little strange and it's a little hard to understand, but that's just how PSA operates. If you do end up sending these in at the $24.99 and it ends up being worth more as a PSA 10 beyond that max insured value, they're just going to send you an email letting you know that they need to upcharge you for that particular service level. Now that we have our cards scanned and the proper service level chosen, we're going to go ahead and proceed to check out. And so here's where you got to decide how you want to get the cards to PSA. You have the option of sending them yourself. If you wanted to drop them off at the post office, UPS, what have you. I personally like to purchase the prepaid label just because it's the cheapest. So I click on that and it's $19.99. Save and continue. And then here's where you have to decide what you want to do with the cards after. So on the bottom, you can have them shipped back to you. You can have PSA sell them for you, which is what I do quite often, and I highly recommend it. Or you can have them sent to the vault, so that PSA vault, they hold onto the cards for you, and you can decide whether or not you want to eventually have them sold by PSA for you or sent back to you. So what I'm going to do is have these items sent to the vault. Okay. Gotta enter in my phone number. Perfect. And now we have it all ready to go. And all we have to do is click Create Submission. Accept and create submission. And boom, you have successfully submitted your cards to PSA. Congrats on the first PSA submission. Are you as excited as I was for the first time? I hope so. All that's left now to do is print out the forms, pack up the cards, ship them, and wait. Patience is the game at this point. Now, if you found this information helpful at all, please do me a favor and hit that like button and drop a comment while you're at it. Let me know what you liked, didn't like, what you'd like to see more of, or if you have any questions. And also hit that subscribe, as I'm going to be putting out a video that I'll be posting here on the way that I pack my cards to send them off securely to PSA. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.